Hello guys, welcome back to Pervy Recaps. Today we are exploring the anime uncle from another world. In current season this anime is one of my favorites. The anime starts with Takafumi who is going to a hospital to meet his uncle who has been in coma for 17 years. He meets his uncle says that he's been living in another world and shows his magical powers, which he was able to kept in this world too. He believes in his uncle and wants to know more about his adventure. He also tells his uncle that after he went to a coma, his whole family shattered and fell apart. Takefumi also gets to know that uncle has a huge love for Sega consoles and was a total nerd before going to coma. A week later, they decided to use uncle's powers to make him money and made a YouTube channel about it. They were getting a lot of views and money through this, as the apartment is big for one person, so Takafumi reveals that a roommate was living with him, but now they are not as they were his friend and they got on a fight on which uncle replied that he didn't have any friends there, as all the people there were handsome, so for everyone he looked like a monster and treated his abuse which he describes as it was painful and horrific. He also told that there was a girl who he saved from a monster and she replied to him harshly. Listening this, Takafumi immediately went to a conclusion that she was at Sandra. Further uncle learns about internet haters and then proposed Takafumi to buy him a 2000 phone, on which Takafumi told him about the touch mobile phones and also the evolution of the technology. Then uncle told himself that he made an invention in the other world and showed him using his magic topic. Fully thought that uncle should have dominated the world through his invention. But all the people went against him as it wasn't acceptable in their religion and they tried to kill uncle. But in health came to save them. He got a chance and ran cowardly, on which despite of that, the elf tried to save him, which made Takefumi to believe that she is a real tsundere. After uncle's ordered got in place on which the shipment fees is higher than the product, Takafumi told uncle that if they go and pick the parcel in person. So uncle used his powers and went to pick his product. When he came back, Takafumi used him to buy more products. A parcel came in Takafumi as Dunkel to give him a knife. He gave him a weapon. Looks like a knife from another world, on which he reveals a pocket dimension or inventory on which she can store anything. He also showed him some jewels from the other world, which were rare and had a huge price, but here they are worthless. Further Takafumi asks him about his love life, on which he began to talk about his love for the games. And when Takumi asked about a real girl in the other world, he showed him that he saved a girl and her two little brothers from an orc monster. But seeing his face, they thought of him as an orc, and thinking that they are in danger, girl sacrificed herself to him to save her brothers, but he thought that she proposed him her love, seeing their sister sacrificing herself. The boys attacked him from behind and he got unconscious. Later, the elf girl came and saved him from death. When he woke up, he without thinking came closer to her and put a ring on her, on which she thought that they are married. But later in the city he sold the ring and gave her money. Later, uncle bought a magazine of final results of Sega Saturn games to see which game ranked where. Watching that the Guardian Heroes game wasn't ranked number 1. He brought a thunderstorm outside the building. Then they began to talk about RPGs, on which uncle told him his experience, like an RPG in the other world. When he went to a village, people there began to fight with him, thinking he is an orc. After got beaten, they proposed him to kill the blaze dragon, and to kill it he had to use a god-freezing sword, which the descendant of the Ice Clan has it. And she is clumsy. However, when they entered the Ice Clan's base, he saw a girl named Mabel who didn't do anything. She just told him that when she was a little kid, she saw Pala Pala blossom with her mother at the top of the Mount Market. Listening this uncle went to a journey, but when Takafumi saw that uncle went and slayed the dragon instead of giving Mabel the blossoms, he got disappointed. The New Year's Eve came and on Takumi's asking, uncle showed him his New Year's Eve in the other world, which was a total disappointment. He spent the whole night in the festival alone and then went to sleep. When he asked him about the elf, uncle told him that she wasn't there. Because of the disappointment, Takefumi began to play games with uncle, where uncle told him that on night Navel came to his room. Takefumi instantly wanted uncle to show him the memory. She came to him just to know that how he became so strong that he killed the blaze dragon so easily and wants to get stronger, and told him that she is a coward. On this, uncle asked him that he called her coward. He told her that this is her life and she can do whatever she wants with it. She said she was living her life completely, being a recluse and closed off her heart, on which uncle said it's fine and she can live like that. And she accepted it and began to live like a nuisance. The next day, a girl named Fujimiya came, who was Takafumi's childhood bitter fruit friend and loves him. Later she came to his house. Takafumi was out for groceries and she saw uncle using magic. Uncle immediately tried to erase her memories, but Takafumi came and stopped him. Seeing Takafumi supporting his uncle made her curious and wanted uncle to leave his house, but when he told her that they are making money by using his magic powers, she immediately wanted to see it. Seeing her reactions, uncle went to a conclusion. She is in love with Takefumi and revealed that he watched Evangelion and knows all about love. However, the next day Takefumi was worried to see a mail that they were about to get monetized on YouTube because of the new policy of 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 hours of watch time. Despite of having a large amount of views, Takefumi began to think why they aren't getting more subscribers. Well, on that thought, please consider subscribing this channel. Back on the video, uncle was commenting on the viewers' comments. That's why they weren't getting any subscribers, hence the people were unsubscribing them by this. Uncle told him this type of his experience in the sealed city leveled RAM. He went to a sealed city, a city which is totally sealed by magic. He asked that what the barrier is blocking. The elf told him that it is blocking hundreds of mythical beasts to see the beasts. Uncle broke the barrier, hence the beasts came to attack everyone. The elf girl then drew her sword and went to kill the beast. But uncle put the barrier again and she laughably got strike to the barrier. Later when the peeps I am, they began to say that he is the one who once sealed the barrier and wanted to kill him. Elf came and saved his and asked for a dinner to make it all even. After watching it, uncle began to comment people to resubscribe and help him to get 1,000 subscribers, on which Takafumi surprised people actually subscribe. Later, Fujimiya came and told him to leave cause Takafumi can't live with a girlfriend being him around, on which he told her to live with Takafumi. However, Takafumi went out for some work and left them both behind. Uncle tried to talk to her, but she mocked him that she can't confide to someone whose experience came from video games, which broke his heart and went outside. But when she realized that she was a bit harsh on him, she went to apologize but only found a beautiful elf. It was actually uncle transformed into the email just to do some girly talk to her. Suddenly Takafumi came and realized that it's his uncle. And then he told him to play his game like this avatar on, and he recorded all at night. He edited it and uploaded it on YouTube, on which it got millions of views. Later, uncle used his magic to see Takafumi memories, on which foot. Jamila was like a bully boy who saved him from the other mean girls, but seeing herself as a boy, she went crazy, on which uncle said that it's disappointing. She then said in her defense that she became more girly in the high school. Seeing her picture, uncle wanted to take a pic of it on his phone, on which she told him that she can send it to his phone through using email or something. But when she came to know about his old-aged phone, she asked them how they communicate to each other when they are at a distance. Uncle told him about using flags and smoke signals. Right then, Fujimiya noticed that the coffee is more delicious than before, and it's because uncle gifted Takafumi with a lot of money on his birthday. Hearing this, she then sent him a picture of herself in a swimsuit as a birthday gift. Seeing it, he tried to delete it on social media. Later Takafumi got a message and he went away. While talking to Fujiya, he spilled his coffee and immediately used a freezing spell. Then to make a hair unfreeze, he used fire magic, but because she got wet, so he let her use their shower and he also went away. Meanwhile, when Fujiya was wearing her clothes, Takefumi came and saw her half naked. At first, she got embarrassed, but then she went to him half naked and tried to make him her boyfriend. But Uncle immediately came because of the flag signal, and Takefumi told him to erase his memories. Listening this, she screamed at him and told him to not to erase his memories. Later, they were having a little party and drinking alcohol on this. Uncle told them about his first time when he drank alcohol, and it was in the other world. While he was drinking, the elf came to accompany him. They talked about him being so powerful despite of not having a weapon and any training, because when they met, he saved her from a dragon. He told her that when he saw her he just wanted to save her. This reply flattered her, but after a little talk he became romantic and wanted her to come to his room. She came and gave him a shoulder. He told her about her hardships and bad times and also told her that she was the one who came and rescued her. After all this, he went to his room, saying it was hard for him. After drinking, and thanked her to bring him to his room, and then he shut the door. On which she was shocked, as well as Takefumi and Fujiya. Next day they were talking about sports, but right then Uncle brought the topic. When he was about to be assassinated, a person who was following him for days showed up and tried to kill him. It was Mabel who was trying to kill Uncle because he ruined her life. She has nowhere to live because Uncle killed the blaze dragon instead of sealing it with the god-freezing sword, and the villagers have destroyed her home. But when he said that he can see she didn't came here to kill, this made her calm, but she went unconscious. He brought her to his room. When she got consciousness, they talked a little, and he told her about the ring that he gave her, which is so rare that it can provide for her lifetime. She took him misunderstanding and thought that she is married now. Both Takefumi and Fujiya were shocked at it. But when he said to sell the ring, she got cold-blooded and tried to kill him because of the noise as health came and saw him in the loop position. She saved Mabel and they froze him when they were talking. Mabel said that he could be from Japan, from another world, as the first man of their clan was Icegate from the same place decades ago, and because of the gods he got the power of the god-slaying sword. When he heard about a power that he could get by the god, he said he didn't met the god in that world. So to check they rewind. From the beginning he saw some people who thought him as a new orc species and beat him a lot. Meanwhile, the god was asking about the power he wanted, that he could talk to them, so God gave him the power to talk with everything, even the spirits. The adventurer is sold into a circus where he got sold at a dirk's price. There he was kept in a cage and was forgotten for days. A light ray came to the room and he began to talk to it. It was actually a light spirit which he used as a sword and got freedom. He also freed the other creatures, who later began to attack him. He one by one killed them, and in the morning he ate the beasts. Later when Fujimiya asked what about after the freezing incident with Mabel and the elf, he showed them the next day from that incident. The girls was on top of him, and when Elsa saw him awake she got ashamed, but Mabel was hugging him a lot. Later they introduced themselves and went on their different journeys, and this is the end of the 6th episode. If you enjoyed the video, please subscribe. You can always unsubscribe. Thanks for watching. Sayonara, see you in the next one.